Hello and a warm welcome to another nice video about what is new in the MOBOTIX thermal dashboard plugin. As you can see, we have increased the visibility of the thermal values. Instead of only showing the live stream and the thermal temperature plot, we are also visualizing the measured values of the thermal windows. Maybe a deeper look on what we have set up here in this scenario. If we make a double click on the live screen, we see we have here several thermal measurement windows. We have called them level 1, level 2, level 3 and so on. And we got one measurement window which measure the highest and the lowest range. If we make a double click again, that will be represented here in level 1, level 2 in a separate item, and then level 3, level 4 and level 5. And by explaining this, you can see if I'm moving the mouse out of the main windows and not selecting a specific item, you see the thermal plots will visualize all temperature values in all different colors. It's a little bit crowded, so to say, but with the new functionality, if we're going with the mouse over a specific item like the level 1, the lower temperature plot will show only the level 1 temperature from the past. And it has here the indication with, you see the underlined red line, this is the same color as the graphical plot below. If we're doing that on the level 5, moving the mouse on level 5, we see this is marked in yellow, and then we have a yellow plot and showing all these values. Here the values on the side are, the red one is the highest measured value during that dashboard is shown in the client, and the blue value is the coldest temperature, which was recognized signs that display is showing here on the screen. We have here prepared an example how accurate, how fast the thermal camera itself will measure a temperature. For that we have a hot cup of water. And if we're moving that hot cup of water in the first measurement window, you see immediately that the temperature will growing up. You see level 1, it's now about 52 degrees Celsius. And if we're moving the cup to the level 2, then we see also level 2 has that temperature of 52, 53 degrees. And there was also a hot temperature threshold defined, but if we're moving the cup to level 3 window, and if I'm moving the mouse over, you see directly it will be measured the temperature of the hot cup of tea. If we're removing now the cup from the screen and concentrating on that item here, which says, wait a minute, here we got an alarm, you need to check that. We can check that now visual, we can check that on the temperature plot itself, what was going on in the past, and we can acknowledge that directly in that item itself by clicking here, and then you see the color will be gone away because that was the color of the threshold. The threshold was defined, if we're using a right mouse click on that item, was defined by 40 degrees and should showing the color red. And that was happened as my colleague was putting the hot cup of tea inside of the level 2 measurement window. So you can see an operator can today analyze the video image, can see directly the temperature, can see the temperature plot over the past, and get different acknowledgers or alarms which he needs to acknowledge in the different items. If we would be interested to make an analyzing what was happened in the past, we could starting by switching to the normal playback, or say, okay, at that level measurement, that level 2 measurement window, there was the highest temperature in the past of 69.5 degrees. When was this? What was that? Let us analyze that. By to doing so, we need to double click on that value, and then we're switching from the live automatically to the playback, and then we have the possibility to say, okay, this is the moment. Here's the 69.5 degrees, mark it in red, and we can play forward from that moment to see what was going on. Now the cap of tea was getting away from that window. then the temperature was getting lower, yeah? And we see also the temperatures of the different windows to that specific date and time, and there we can analyze that more in detail. We can also using fast forward, yeah, to see what's going on. In this case, this was during our preparation where we have started that video, yeah. But at least you understood the general mechanism of the playback behavior, that we are not playing only back the video footage, that we also playing back the values as digital values or as plotted values. If we are now switching back to the live view, here we need to mention with the items here, we have different icons. That means we can switch that view from that digital measurement view. We can switch to a live view. We can switch back to that gauge display or digital value view, or we can switch to that plot view. And if we want to do that even on that, we can also switching here to the live view. As you can see, the operator has the free choice how he want to be, how the data, the thermal data should be visualized, as camera stream, as digital value, or as plot. If we switching back here, that is all what the user can do, and the same is here on the top line. If we want to switch for all cameras, for all items what you see in that level, we can switch here simply between live view, the gauge display, or the timeline, the time plot of the temperature graphs. And if we want to switch that individually, there's also the possibility to do that, and then we got this kind of view. I hope you got a good overview how strong were the advantages of the thermal dashboard with that gauge displays now. In short, in a summary, a quick overview and allows an operator a quick reaction to analyze the situation. Thanks so much and have a good day.